So come on in, take a sip, and let's wind down. It's Thursday, and I'm very excited about that. Just like I say every Thursday, this is the gateway to the weekend. And those are my favorite grids, especially those Fridays and Saturdays. The more challenging, the better. I just love that. Today, getting home rather late, and so therefore we're skipping the pomp and the circumstance and just going straight for a Campari Spritz. But it's mostly wine, so why not wind down with a Campari Spritz? And after a day like today, I mean, we got Joint Commission coming soon enough. And, well, you know, we're in the middle of a government shutdown. That's been a little stressful, but nothing we can't handle, that's for certain. So today, I'm just delighted to say, first of all, my name is Christopher, and I'm just tickled to death that you're here to solve this grid with me. And this is also our 1,204th solve on this channel, which means, you know, we've been around for, you know, a couple of years now. A couple of years and a month, maybe, something like that. And I just think, how many have I actually solved in my entire life? The number's staggering. So, our word of the day, our wind down word of the day. I just gave up on the dictionaries. They give you a few good words here and there, and then all of a sudden you get some really boring stuff. It's like, oh, come on. So, today, our word of the day is majuscule. All right, I just love majuscule. It's just large letters, capital letters, right? And we'll go over its opposite tomorrow, unless you've already figured it out. Today we want to say happy birthday. 1854, Oscar Wilde was born. And, of course, I think the doctor slapped him on his third point of contact, and he simply said, rather robotically there, I have nothing to declare but my brilliance. So, or was it my genius? I can't remember. And also want to say happy birthday. In 1962, on this day, the Cuban Missile Crisis was born. Well, fun memories there, huh? I don't know, I wasn't around. I think my mother was in 4th grade, so it was a while back. So it's fine, though. Let me straighten up my posture. Try to be an example. Try to sit up straight. Don't need issues when I get old, so let's do that. Let's see here. So we have a Kareem IS construction today, which should be challenging and very clever. And we've been on a streak since the Monday before last. It's been wonderful. So for Tuesday, October 16th, let's hop into our grid, see what we got. I'm serious, though. You know, for the last, since Monday before last, there hasn't been a single groaner. There hadn't been one word that I went, you know? It's been kind of nice. So Blank talking about love, Van Halen's song. I can't say that I was the biggest fan, but I think this is Ain't Talking About Love. I think. I remember Jump. Go ahead, jump. You know, that thing, you know, I was like in 6th grade maybe. And I don't know, I was already into like Duran Duran and The Clash and stuff like that by then. Just was never really into the hair metal stuff. But I'm going to tell you something. I dig a good hair metal ballad. I mean, who doesn't, right? A brute at 4 letters. Oh, an ogre. But boar, maybe? I don't know. Bolt. Certain Windows hard drive malfunction. Conspicuous, stupid stuff. It's fun to know. Okay. Maybe get trivia to anchor us in. Let's see if we can do that. Mardi Gras locale informally could be Anola. New Orleans, Louisiana. Still Blank, 2022 rep hit Still Dre. All right, so then we've got Move Around the World. Man, do you have Daft Punk stuck in your head now? Around the world. Yeah, I mean, it's in my head now. I'm going to go with Orbit. Make in the end, maybe to net. I tell you what, there's nothing worse than seeing the difference between gross and net. I just think, this would put me over the top, but not what's being net. Okay, so maybe bolt is to abscond, and I think that might mean that we've got ourselves a boor up at 14 across. So let's try it. Used to say that all the time to people, oh, don't be such a cretinous boor. Then I just moved to reprobate, and that was generally better, right? Certain Windows hard drive malfunction, and I think this is an I/O error. I've always owned Macintosh. It's been Apple everything for me. But I've had to work with PCs since high school. I remember QDOS, was it MS-DOS, and then seeing Windows 3.1 or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it all, but I just prefer working on a Mac, right? I mean, it's just a little easier for me. Conspicuous could be notable, and hungers for could be craves. Unchangeable. How about set in stone? That sounds fun. Level ending foe. Okay, this is going back to these boss levels, right? Gotta go get to the boss level. Treat with kindness. Statuette, modeled after a knight holding a crusader's sword. How about an Oscar? Yeah, I've always wanted one, but I don't even know how I would even approach that. I mean, I think I'm a pretty good actor. Done a lot of theater, but just send a headshot and a Dear Mr. Spielberg letter. You should give me a chance. Yeah, it's not gonna happen, is it? Well, I think an educated guess, by definition, would be an estimate. Sergeant could be a non-commissioned officer. Well, we know they are, but I'm assuming that we had that. So I don't know what treat with kindness is. We do have an asterisk here. So, like lemon curd, maybe tangy. Well, why not? My favorite German phrase, warum nicht? Warum nicht? Why not? Seems to be the story of my life. So I don't know what we've got going on there. Preceder of bites and bars and commercial names could be Oreo. And I'm not getting bento out of this at all. I mean, it's a box, right? So yeah, like rice and sushi and stuff in it, I guess. I don't even know. Noted works of the Roman poet Horace, and that would be odes. My assumption that's what we're talking about. I don't know of anything else to be noted. Chance to meet one-on-one with a professor. Feeling associated with skipping a party, perhaps. Copy me. Runner down under. How about an email? Certain air could be a sun. So I guess this could be FOMO, which I think is the fear of missing out. I mean, I like it, I don't think I've ever had a chance to actually use it. I don't think I have a fear of missing out on anything. I kind of always have a fear of missing out on sitting on my butt and watching TV for at least an hour before I go to bed at night. Chance maybe off hours. Is this an F? Horned creature in Pan's Labyrinth. Yes, that would be a fawn. And so, copy me could be do as I do. And, early Germanic people. Oh, we got the Goths here. And, I used to have a physician. His name was David. And he was in Rhineland-Pfalz, but he was from England. And he saw expat patients and stuff, and then we could get our prescriptions filled, on the military installations or wherever. But nice guy. And I said, so how do you like it here in Germany? He goes, oh, well, living here amongst the Huns. The Huns. And I thought, oh, that's got to be such a cool thing to say. But then I thought, ooh, what if that was What if that was taken the wrong way? What if they thought, what if I was being rude or something like that, or really just ugly? But every German I've asked about it, they said, no, that's really kind of cool, man. Like, all right, so I'm living here with the Huns. All right. You just say I'm living here with the Goths, right? Make it even more sure the Visigoths or something. But yeah, I'm living here among the Goths, but living here among the Huns. I think we determined this is going to be off hours. We're going to at least try it. Lift could be to hoist. We got a pretty clever little grid here, and it is a challenging grid today, but it's got a nice gait to it. What would you call it? A trot? Maybe a gallop? Kind of getting through it, but it's really nice so far, man. It's just been wonderful. Whom you might greet with open arms for short. Look at that T there. I'm thinking it's like a TSA thing. Let's just try it, because why not? Warum nicht? Spanish 101 verb could be ser. And fuddy-duddies could be prudes. Steady humming sounds could be thrums. Oh, what do we got here? Highlight. Oh, aurora. Okay, got it. Got to bring in the borealis. It's good stuff. Prefix with botanist, maybe a paleobotanist. And I think that would be a really cool job, right? Sitting around studying plants that dinosaurs ate and how, they grew, and seeing ferns and what they looked like back in the day and all that. I mean, it's just got to be cool. Central Park in the Dark composer. I think that's Eves. I think. Profess, maybe a bear. Avow, Aver, I don't know. Jerry's uncle on Seinfeld, no idea. What allows Neo to disconnect from the Matrix? Now, I still haven't seen the Matrix. And Queen Sue's already given me the order with which I need to watch the Marvel Universe. But since I kind of canceled Disney Plus, I guess I'm going to have to just try to find them on Prime. And so... Yeah, I sure wish I had done this before, I canceled Disney Plus, but okay. Yeah, now I got to get to it. But yeah, I know I need to see The Matrix, but I do know after years and years of solving that he has to have this red pill. So this I do know. It's funny what we learn from this stuff. Practice chiromancy. This would be reading palms. I know it's chiromancy to most people. Shiro is something we would say in German. And like living here and being fluent in the language, it just kind of prattles itself off. It's kind of like when I'm in Texas. I'm speaking Spanglish more than anything else. I mean, I can have an entire conversation in both Spanish and English at the same time, La familia come tortillas de maíz enfrente de la casa, and then I was like, oh man, the cervezas, really, it just kind of back and forth with the stuff, it's the same thing here, and almost everybody in Germany is the same way. They all speak English, by and large, right, unless they've just lived in a part of Germany where they hadn't have the exposure, but... you just have entire conversations, the Germans usually speaking to you in English and you're speaking to them in German, and it's just fun. It's fun. But yeah, I know. Schierromancer. I know. Sorry. Can't anglicize everything, right? So I think we're reading palms. As long as we're not practicing that whole necromancy thing. It gets weird. Locale for catfish or carp and would be a pond. Expensive. Pry. Treat with kindness. See, this is if I would be nice to. So you would think, okay, nice. If that were the rebus, then I would be Nisico instead of an NCO going down. So I don't really know what that's going, but this looks like we could have expensive, could be pricey maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll get something more. Ovarian sac contents. We're talking about row, and really I would have first thought ova, but we probably wouldn't be there since ovarian and ova, Novelist Charles, who wrote The Cloister and the Hearth, and I don't remember it all. Was it Reed? Meander could be to wind. Disappear as a trail. Yes, that could be go cold. Now that's also a really good sign that I could just be doing that whole cognitive bias thing for affirmation, right? You know, like I really want it to be read. I don't want it to not be read. So therefore, I'm going to find an answer that will fit here that would end in a D. That's altogether a reality for me, possibly. Diviner. O here, something Lincoln once led for short, probably the Grand Old Party. And so diviner could be an oracle. Those of you who've been hanging out with me for a while, you know when I think I know the word, all I have is an E, and I have an additional 5 letters there, and I'm pretty sure I'm thinking oracle. I don't want to just go guessing everything, right? Because then all of a sudden I wind up with a mess. I can't remember where I guessed something, and then I might fat finger it. And you know what I mean? I don't want to get hung up on it. So tonkatsu, coding would be panko. And sure. If you say so. Well, okay. How many times have you heard that, right? Usually after you go off on a tangent, then it's just like, oh, well, okay then. Okay. That makes me think I should have probably enjoys oneself uninhibitedly, or a punny title for this puzzle. Enjoys oneself uninhibitedly. Invite at the door. Kommst du herein? Or ask in. So your rocks out. Card game with a winning score of 5,000 points. And I just don't play cards, but maybe canasta? Oh, I don't know. After the last couple of days, including the spelling bee, or not the spelling bee, but I guess strands. Had a lot of card stuff going on, Coop, maybe a pen. El Paso. Whoa, man, one of my favorite places I've ever lived. I lived there for 5 years, and I loved that place. I don't know what it was, but I just loved it. Performed amazingly in slang. I think this is either ace or no, perform. So maybe 8. Words to betrayer could be et tu. And you, Brutus. Seriously? How whiskey might be served. Okay, probably neat, with a hint to the answers to the 7-starred clues. Neat, meaning straight up, no ice, no mixer, no nothing. No ice. No ice. Treat with kindness, be nice to. Conspicuous. I just took the notable. Figured. Okay, so got it. Noticeable. All right. What else we got here? Pricey. Office hours. And I left it at that too. I was like, oh, just the off hours, right? We know they're not in a classroom. Okay, cool. Well, I think we got this now. So maybe this would be Uncle Leo on Seinfeld. May not have got a clue, but that would be a ver. So deli device. Okay. So obviously either talking a camera, an SLR, or a slicer. Very cool. Loving this grid. This is nice. So it's not a rebus at all that we're dealing with. No, this is just flat out clever. I love it. So derisive look could be a sneer. Look at me grinning from ear to ear. Wasn't that a clue answer combination recently? Crisply shown as on TV. So maybe HD. So in HD. Felt tired during the day, say. ID. Oh, id's counterpart would be the ego. one's self-love, one's a pleasure principle. There's an awful lot of love and pleasure going on there. Risky endeavor, idiomatically. Okay. The Philosophy of Right author, Hegel. So the first state, by gosh, Delaware. And there you go, Queen Sue, Your Majesty. This is phenomenal. Delaware is making a scene left and right in the grid these days. I'm loving that. Makes me want to get there and go to a good Delaware diner. Really got to do that. So I think this might be a dice roll. Maybe. Check it out. Wooded Valley could be a dell. Needed a nap. Oh, very nice, very nice. This is fun. This is a good grid today. I'm loving it. I'll have your spam, dear. I love it. Spam, 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 spam. Yeah, I know all that. Extreme pressure. OB gin offering, maybe an IUD. So maybe duress. I don't feel really comfortable with duress. Let's see. Bug expert for short. Narrow channel could be a straight. By the way, speaking of straights, dire as they may be, I have been on a Dire Straits kick lately. I mean, I guess I haven't really ever taken into account just how amazing that band was. But like in the 70s, before my time really, I mean, I was alive, but barely cognizant. And, but I'm just hearing all these things like Six Blade Knife and basically the soundtrack to An Officer and a Gentleman, right? I mean, what good music. So I'm just listening to, Dire Straits' greatest hits on Spotify now, stuff like that, and just blown away by it, not the stuff that we all knew, Money for Nothing and, Chicks for Free or whatever that mess was. And, but no, I mean, they had a really cool beginning. It was kind of a bluesy R&B, country rock kind of a sound in the day. I mean, it was just good stuff, I'm really liking them. So Mark Knopfler, are you a Sir yet? Are you Sir Mark? I mean, I'd just be ashamed if you weren't. But regardless, I love your band. It's great stuff. Box a bit, maybe spar. Okay, so we've got these boxes showing up here at the bento box, and we're boxing a bit and we're sparring. Book addenda, an appendix maybe. I don't know. The music box. Here we go again. We got another box showing up here. I'm gonna go with an amp on this one. Thrive, maybe to prosper. Live long and prosper. Chicken marsala. And, it's always so confusing to me. I think masala, M-A-H, right? And then mar. So it gets a little confusing. So what do we got here? Bug expert. Oh, an IT pro. Got it. So maybe this is an appendix. A computer running a screensaver, maybe screensaver idle. And then one-time resident of the Winter Palace would be a czar. So appendices. And how do we do, Bob? Good. I'm so glad. I mean, I was a little nervous at first thinking, this was definitely going to have us hemmed up. I mean, if I'm missing something, was I supposed to be punching something into a rebus? But no, I don't think so. I think we did okay. Again, going back here, what a clever grid. Notable, bento, off hours, pry, SLR, droll, appends. These are all words too. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't always make sense. Risky endeavor, droll. I mean, yeah, I get that. But I'm just saying, you could easily just get through this entire thing without realizing you were actually solving something beyond. It could just be done if you just weren't. You were just going at it, maybe speed solving or something like that. But what a fantastic. So we got noticeable, be nice to, office hours, pricey, slicer, a dice roll, and appendices. This was fantastic, Kareem Ayas. And once again, we're not breaking our streak of absolutely phenomenal grids that have been presented to us since a long time. This has been fabulous. So, very well done, Kareem. Bravo. Beautiful grid. We'll bring in our Bannière d'Adieu and we'll call it good for the day. And again, my name is Christopher. I'm just delighted that you're here. I'm loving the comments. I have not read any yet. I just saw that we had a bunch, and I got a bunch of email. And so I'm looking so forward to that. If you don't mind hitting the like button for me and the subscribe button, if you haven't already, that'd be fantastic. And if you're ever thinking to yourself, I wonder if I should leave a message, yes, you should. Leave a comment, please. I mean, I love hearing from you. And I love it when you can share with me where you're at in the world, right? You know, I mean, I don't need to know the city. I don't need to know your address unless you want me to send you something. I mean, if you want a decal or something like that, then yeah, I'm going to need you to email me your address, and I'm happy to send you one. But I don't know. I just like to know, you know, from where we're looking. I can see on the algorithm, and from the algorithm, and from all of the data that is collected. It's not a lot, but it just tells me, okay, we've got a lot of folks from the U.S., a ton of people here in Europe, as far away, well, on every continent, from Vietnam to Russia to South Korea. I mean, you just name it. I mean, all over the place. Several African countries, you know, all throughout the Middle East, South America, Central America. I mean, a lot of Canadians. You know, it makes me very happy, right? You know, we got viewers from all over the place that belong to this community, and this is a community to which we belong. This isn't my channel. I mean, this is us, right? You know, and I just love it. It wouldn't be a thing without you, and I appreciate and adore each and every one of you. So thank you for everything. I really do appreciate that. Until we see you tomorrow. Again, so many thanks. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. Arrivederci. Que tengas uno lindo días. Masalam. Be well out there. Be nice to strangers. Take care of your friends and your families. And remember, you know, we love to solve. We love languages, right? So when we come across those individuals that are trying to make a new life, that those thick foreign accents that are hard for us to hear and understand, just remember, it might be hard to understand, but the person trying to get that out is a very, very, very brave soul. I can only imagine having to go and set up a new life in a place where I don't understand what's going on around me. Cheers. See you tomorrow for the Friday Grid.